Hi, Toju from Mind Studio, where you learn, grow, and become the best version of yourself. Imagine if you had the opportunity to hang out, chat with the greatest minds from ancient times. Who would you hang out with? That's what I was thinking about last night, and I woke up this morning pondering on that. For me, I will hang out with three guys that I think are brilliant. I'll hang out with Ari. I'll call him Ari, aka Aristotle. I will hang out with P, aka Plato. And then, last but not the least, I will hang out with my main guy, Marcus, aka Marcus Aurelius. I will hang out with them to glean from them, to learn from them, to tell them that this is a girl in 2021 who is who struggles at times to make sense of the world, who struggles at times to make sense of this journey called life, and ask them, please share with me your great wisdom. But what I'll tell them first is that times have changed, right? This girl does not have the time to sit down under the moon, look at the stars, count the stars, and ponder and think of great wisdom to fall upon her. This girl is sharp, on the road, on the go, like everybody else here in 2021, always rushing, not having time to be still, to ponder, to glean from ourselves, to gain wisdom that would help us navigate this thing called life. I will start first with my friend Ari. I would say, Ari, my main man, speak to me. Tell me one thing, just one. I know you have tons of wisdom to share, but one thing that can impact my life here in 2021. And this is what I think Ari, aka Aristotle, will say to me. He would say, excellence is never an accident. It is always the result of high intention, sincere effort, and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. I can imagine Ari taking his time to say this great thing to me. And I will look at him and go, Ari, this is big English. What are you saying? What are you saying to me? What are you saying to me? That choice, not chance, determines your destiny. So what choices are you making? What choices are you making? We all have opportunity cost for everything that we do. We have various alternatives. And every alternative or every choice you make has a cost. You have exams in the morning. Rather than taking time to study, panic kicks in, you're stressed. And the first thing you do is, let me just relax a little bit. Turn on Netflix. And before you know, you're spending hours watching Netflix and not quite studying. That's a choice. And that choice will impact your destiny. You want to start a business. You're scared as hell. And that fear prevents you from stepping in and embarking upon that goal that you have. That's a choice that you're making. And that choice has its consequence. So that's what Ari will say to us. Here in 2021, excellence, you being excellent in anything that you do, is not by accident. It is always the result of high intention. You have to be focused. You have to be intentional about what you're doing. Sincere effort and intelligent execution. It represents the wise choice of many alternatives. And I will say to him, Ari, you may have lived thousands of years ago, but your advice is still relevant. The next person I will turn to is my main man, P. Oh, I love him. P. Plato, founder of logic, founder of our idea of philosophy. He was the teacher of Alexandra the Great. So I'm sure he could share a thing or two that could impact my life here in 2021. So Mr. P, what do you have for me? Mr. P will say, books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything. Books. I'm not even going to narrow it down to just physical books. Knowledge. Basking in knowledge. Having a curious mind. Being eager to learn. Being eager to learn from your environment, from others, from experiences. When you learn, you expand. When you expand, your imagination grows. The possibilities of what you can do becomes endless. That is what Mr. P, aka Plato, will say to me here in 2021. Wisdom shared thousands of years ago, but still relevant today. And then, last but not the least, my main man, Marcus. Oh, I love him. Pardon my husband, I love him. Marcus Aurelius, the famous and worthy Roman emperor who had time to think and ponder on life, and he left so much information for us to glean upon as to what we would consider as a good life, as a fulfilled life, as a happy life. So I turned to Mr. Marcus and asked, Marcus, what do you have for your girl Toju in 2021? What do you have for me? And this is what I think he will say to me. He would say, Toju, never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapon of reason which today arms you against the present. I repeat that. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it if you have to, with the same weapon of reason which today arms you against the present. In a nutshell, what he's saying to me is that be present. The future is there. You will meet it, and you will meet it with the capacity, the enablement, the knowledge, the strength that you require to embrace it. It's there for you. We have been endowed with that. Focus on now. Keep your eye on the goal. Be present. Enjoy each moment as it comes. Because when you're too busy focusing on the future, which you have no control of, what tends to happen is you miss the present. The future, God's willing, will always be there for you. Yes, you say, Toju, rent to pay, school fees to pay, I need to feed, I need to achieve my goals. All these things will be there. But when you focus on what you require now, the skill set, the knowledge, the community, the friendships, the enlightenment that you need now. What tends to happen is it fills you up so much that capacity that you require to face whatever challenges, whatever joy, whatever happiness the future will bring for you, you will have that already now. So focus on now. That's what my three guys, Ari, Mr. P, and Marcus, will say to me here in 2021. I woke up thinking on these things and I just put on my wig and said, let me do this. Let me talk to you. Let me talk to me about principles. These are principles. Principles never waver. Principles that worked thousands of years ago will work today. Learn to embrace them. Learn to implement them in your life and see yourself expand. Here at Mind Studio, we learn, we grow, we become the best version of ourselves. Have a blessed day.